this is going to be a very quick comparison. As far as packaging goes, the Pulse 4 packaging is extremely similar to that of the JBL Pulse 3 packaging. So you have your cable, manual, with pretty much the same stuff, but the Pulse 4 doesn't come with the wall adapter. That is the one missing piece of the packaging. Other than that, it looks very clean, and I am a sucker for good and clean packaging, so I really like it. I should also mention that the cable for the Pulse 4 is actually a USB Type-C cable, as opposed to the Pulse 3, which came at the time with the micro USB cable. So, oh, by the way, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Anyways, so JBL really shocked me from the way they went about innovating from this to this. This is true innovation. I wasn't really sure how they were going to upgrade or come out with something better than this, but I can already tell you right off the bat, this is better than that, in my opinion, of course. Even though I do miss that JBL signature texture, that signature mesh that they have on the speaker, nonetheless, this is a pretty cool design. You get a lot more real estate coverage by the light show on this one because it's an all-around acrylic body style. So the whole thing looks like glass and you get a lot more light. This one is without a doubt a heavier speaker compared to the JBL Pulse 3. This thing is about 2.8 pounds versus the JBL Pulse 3 2.1, although it's a shorter speaker. The location of the physical features is clearly different on here. You pretty much have all of the buttons at the top on the Pulse 4. So you would have your power button, Bluetooth button, play button, all of it all up here. Whereas on the Pulse 3, you have the buttons on the woven part of the speaker, which is on the lower section of the speaker itself. And this here is one of the biggest changes going from the Pulse 3 to the Pulse 4. Party Boost. This is the replacement for Connect Plus. So for those of you who don't know, the Pulse 3 runs Connect Plus and the JBL Pulse 4 runs Party Boost, which is the new way of connecting. Essentially what I'm saying is that you won't be able to connect these two. Now, Party Boost is actually claimed to push a longer and wider connection. Despite that, the Pulse 4 still remains on Bluetooth 4.0. It is also IPX7 rated, meaning about 30 minutes under 3 feet of water, just like the JBL Pulse 3, and it also floats. The charging port has been upgraded to a USB Type-C. The battery light indicator is now just an LED light strip here. And unlike the JBL Pulse 3, this one does not have an audio jack. Also, no more passive radiators at both the top and the bottom of the speaker like it was the case with the JBL Pulse 3. This time we have the actual transducer at the top of the Pulse 4 sitting very solid and not being able to move at all. And then just one single passive radiator at the bottom of the JBL Pulse 4. They're both internally different as well. The JBL Pulse 3 was a triple transducer setup, so it had 3 transducer inside of it, so it was considered to be a true 360-degree speaker. Each transducer was about 40 millimeter. This one here is holding a 57 millimeter transducer that you can see at the top here, and it does still produce a 360-degree sound, along with the same amount of watt that the 3 transducer in the JBL Pulse 3 have. As far as battery goes, according to JBL, charging time is about 3.5 hours to go from 0 to full on the JBL Pulse 4, and you get about 12 hours of battery life. You get the same amount of battery life after full charge on the JBL Pulse 3, except it takes you about 4.5 hours to get to full charge. Sound quality. Right off the bat, my take is that the sound coming out of the JBL Pulse 4 is slightly crispier than the sound coming out of JBL Pulse 3, especially on the mids and highs, based off my testing that is. It also pushes a great amount of bass. The Pulse 4 is also able to drop the frequency all the way down to 70 Hz, whereas the Pulse 3 does the same all the way down to 65 Hz. So that was just a quick comparison of both the JBL Pulse 3 and its new successor, the JBL Pulse 4, and these are some of the few things that we could just pick out right off the top. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, of course, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.